Hey, Dan Meyer here, and I'm back once again to talk to you about passion. Have passion for what you do. This is what drives me to help Filipino virtual assistants land American clients. It's what helps me figure out what American business clients need, what small business owners, entrepreneurs, speakers, authors, coaches, trainers, whatever they may be. I want to figure out what are the things that keep them busy, that they don't have to do themselves, that they can delegate to a virtual assistant. Then I want to find a virtual assistant in the Philippines who can bring those exact skills to the client, to be able to help them free up time so the client can do what they do best. This is my passion. I enjoy doing this every day. I love working with both ends on the Philippines and in the United States. I love helping business owners solve problems, and I love finding people that need work, that have great talent and great skill. They just need access to opportunity. That's what I do. I bridge the gap. And I do this by, number one, knowing my numbers. So the first thing I think about is what exactly needs to be accomplished? How much time does it take? What are the skill sets required? Kind of size what will go on as far as the things that are being delegated. Say, for example, you want someone to post on social media for you once a day or 5 days a week. You want to build up a content calendar. You want to use content pillars. You want to make it look organized, have a similar feel, same logo, similar background colors. Make sure it kind of all goes together. That all comes out of knowing the numbers, knowing how much time it takes to edit videos, how much time it takes to create graphics, how much time it should take to be able to have a revision process, knowing when things should be posted, knowing the best time of the day for them to post it. All these things come from just understanding data. So knowing numbers, my biggest passion, I'm a numbers guy, I'm a total nerd when it comes to data, is why I'm pretty successful when it comes to matching virtual assistants with business owners, because I crunch the numbers. I know what people need based on how much time and how much effort it will take to deliver it. The second most important thing is I have to share my story constantly. I got to share my story because it actually helps both sides understand better what they're getting into. As an American business owner, I also feel the same challenges that most of my clients feel. I have to market my business on social media. I'm constantly trying to balance multiple things. I'm always thinking about how to keep the pipeline full of new coming clients, thinking about how to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on. So doing things like more short videos and less long videos, doing things like more interactive stuff and less just sending out messages. To me, email's dead, websites are dead. It's all about what you do on social media platforms in the here and now. So making sure that I share my story in those ways is super important. And when I share my story, I can inspire business owners to be able to have the success I've had by hiring a virtual assistant. And I can inspire virtual assistants to be able to get out there and have a better life, have a better lifestyle, be able to provide for their family because they know they have access to jobs. So share my story. I do it all the time. Number three, I build relationships. I connect people, right? That's what I do. I'm a connector. Somebody needs something. Somebody has something that can be needed. And I put them together constantly. I'm constantly talking to people about what they need in their business and constantly talking to people about what the skills they have that can help a business owner. So, and the next thing is that you have to be persistent, right? This doesn't happen overnight. A lot of people can't make it past a year or two. I've been in business now for over 10 years. And the first couple of years were tough. It took a lot of learnings, a lot of failures to get to the point where I was actually consistently successful. And I have been for a long time. And primarily because I delegate. But I delegate because I have a passion for it. I understand it. I understand how I can help somebody lift themselves up to move to the next level in their life, based on what they can do and what they can eventually do, what their potential for them to do is. And as a business owner looking at a virtual assistant, you have to have that mindset. Yes, you want them to do things right now, but you got to have an eye towards what you want them to do down the road. And you should constantly add more and more and more. You should level up. You should deepen the relationship. When it comes to business owners, I get almost all my business through referrals. So I'm blessed at this point to say that I don't do a lot of marketing. Most of my marketing is just kind of keeping myself top of mind to my existing customers and people that I've talked to in the past that I want to kind of keep coming back to until the time is right. Because bottom line, almost everybody needs an assistant. They need help with social media, video editing, graphic design, who knows what, but they need help. And if I'm top of mind when they are at that point where they say, I need help, boom, that's where my business comes from. So being persistent, making sure you're constantly sharing your story, getting out there, talking about what you do, sharing the virtues of your service, whatever it may be, you want to make sure you're persistent. And number 5, the last thing I'll talk about today is lean into your genius. What are you great at? That's what you want to focus on, whether you're a virtual assistant or a business owner, right? A lot of business owners get sidetracked trying to do too many things. They offer too many things. They're trying to do anything for anyone that will generate revenue. And you have to kind of do that in the beginning to be able to figure out what you're really good at. But once you figure that out, you lean into it. I've had two real big goals in my entrepreneurial life, and I didn't start being an entrepreneur until I was almost 40. The first one was I wanted to set up the #1 training brand for analytics in the call center industry in the Philippines. It's a pretty big market. There are a couple million Filipinos working in call centers in the Philippines, and a lot of them need training on how to work with data and crunch numbers. So I set out a goal to do that, and I did. I made my training company the top name brand. I've trained literally over 10,000 people in analytics, and I've taught classes, I've written a book. So I reached that goal because I leaned into my talent, which is crunching numbers, which is playing with data. That's what I did for most of my professional career before I became an entrepreneur, and what I still do now. I mentioned before, the most important thing about being a VA agency owner and matching VAs and clients is that I know the numbers. I know exactly what it's going to take to solve your problem as a business owner. If you tell me what you need, I know how to figure out how to get just that, and exactly how much time and how much money it will cost you to get what you want. As a small business owner, I know how to match you with that virtual assistant who knows how to optimize their time, who's been trained and skilled in making sure that they are efficient so they don't waste a lot of your time. So you're not paying for them to do nothing, or you're paying them to do the wrong things. You're paying them to do exactly what you need to move your business forward. And that is why I have a passion for what I do. That's why I wanted to create this video and share with you today. So I want to thank you for your time. Make sure if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel. Drop any comments you have below. Check us out on sonicva.com, and I'll be back again soon with more on what you can do to be able to become a better business owner or a better VA. Because basically, my job is all about helping both of you find each other and then continue to excel. Thanks again for your time. Now get out there and have an amazing day.